Fenris, can you say something about Soulside Journey for us?
What I remember was we did a live recording in '89. We sent that around to some companies. Peaceville signed us on this live recording, and then we signed the deal somewhat late '89, '90. All there was for us to do was make new songs and rehearse for a new album, and we asked for help because we didn't have a big budget to deal with. So we thought, okay, I'd been in contact with the Nihilist / Entomb guys since '87, and we decided to go over there to Stockholm and record the album there, the Soulside Journey album. Was probably like September '90. Was a small studio. We had all our technical death horror metal well on our way. Our songs were just through and through rehearsed well enough. This was our first time in a recording studio, first time making a fucking album, so we thought maybe we'd need some help with the guitar sound or something. Uffe from Entomb helped us there. Don't really remember much from the recording session though. We were just hanging around Stockholm, basically being in the studio every fucking day. I guess we did the drums at first. I remember I had some rototoms that the now famous guy from Sunlight tried to mic from like on top, which would give the sound of. I'm like, sorry, try to mic those roto on the backside, and then suddenly I have the do stuff we needed. Nocturnal Culto can fill you in later on some of the guitar strategy, whatever, but we had the material really clearly done and rehearsed before we went to the studio. We just had to record it in like, what, 5-6 days. I guess the Sunlight studio that we entered was some sort of the Scandinavian version of, you know, the Morris sound down in Florida. Later we thought that this was not the best choice we could have done, but for me, Soulside Journey is still a bona fide, solid fucking death metal album. When it comes to Darkthrone, we were always on about the riffs, and the riffs were always important for us. And the whole ordeal of like knitting the songs together to make like a verse, refrain, whatever, was never really important for us. We just had what we thought and what I feel was killer riffs, and we just riff upon riff upon riff, sort of a riff-o-rama. That was an expression used a lot in speed and thrash metal years before 1990 September, we recorded Soulside Journey.
Remember being very young, the first album, you know?
Oh yeah!
Very exciting, indeed.
Absolutely. For me personally, I never had any ambition besides that of getting a fucking record deal. So when Peaceville offered us the deal in late '89, early '90, it was a fucking dream come true. I mean, let's face the facts. We were really into Chris Ryford stuff and Autopsy, and that was like the label we wanted to be on. and we were so dedicated to death metal at the time. Although we saw death metal around us, it's just more or less wearing shorts and being politically correct and all that shit. We really didn't feel comfortable about that. Soulside fucking journey. What do you remember?
I remember being young. I remember we were in Stockholm recording Soulside Journey. I was under a big influence of the first Death album at the time, which I mean the solos on the Scream Bloody Gore album was one of the inspiration sources for me to do the solos on Soulside Journey, which is probably